Alright you guys, so I'm currently on my way to the second skate park, which is going to help me finish the rest of the skateboard progress update. But in the meantime, we're taking a slight intermission, slight break, and we're actually headed to Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs with the scooter along with the skateboards and everything in the back, just so that I can get a little footage of the scooter riding it around there so I can send it to the company that sent me the board, as well as just so I can test it a little more. But I will tell you right now, just from the little bit of testing I have done, which includes riding it to the skate park, riding it to the post office, riding it on some dirt trails at night, I really like the thing. And some of you may be wondering, why are you reviewing a scooter when you have a skateboard channel? And that's a fair question, and to that I will say that I'm a big advocate of like personal transportation devices. I don't always like using my car if I can help it, and I thought that this would be a great device for me to use the car less and use a different mode of transportation. So that's kind of a big reason I wanted to get it. I wanted to be able to get to skate parks quicker and more sustainably. And so far it's been really successful at doing that. I really like the suspension a lot on it. I think that the giant suspension springs are like a game changer for the scooter. It really goes over anything, gravel, dirt, big bumps in the sidewalk, roads, like you name it, and it's a pretty smooth ride. As well as the race mode is very fast. I've gotten the board to go about 33 miles an hour going down a hill, and maybe 26, 27 going up at full speed, which I think is really good, and I have no complaints with the speed personally. It does have slower modes if you want slower modes. The range is apparently like 31-ish miles, and I still haven't fully tested that, but I've had zero issue getting anywhere so far, and it's barely dipped into the battery. So I like the battery so far. When I took it off-roading at night, I tested out the light on it, and I thought the light performed very well. It was very bright. It allowed me to see the trail in front of me. And I also really liked the little bag that they included with, because it allows me to bring my water bottle as well as keys or my skateboard wrist guards or anything I need. So yeah, everything so far has been really great. I can't really complain about anything besides how heavy it is. As somebody who has to carry it up and down stairs from my apartment to get it outside, it's kind of a pain. That is really the only thing though that I don't like so far. And if you can deal with that, I think you're really gonna like a transportation device such as this scooter. We're about to get to Garden of the Gods, so I'm gonna ride that around a little bit here, and then I'm gonna take it to the skate park where we will finish the video.
Legendary, we be chillin' here, sucker.
Welcome back everybody to Goose Gossage Skate Park. You may remember this park from the last time I was here, which was 8 months ago, or was it 6 months ago? Something like that, doing the first progress update. So we're gonna run through some of the obstacles that I did last time, as well as the new stuff that I can do. But first of all, it all starts with the warm-up, which I like to do at this skate park. I like to do a little warm-up around this bowl and on the coping. So I'll show you guys what I've got this time. Okay, so in every single one of these skateboarding progress update videos, I like to throw in a few tips on some of the things that I've been practicing a lot the past couple months, especially if it's something that I've mastered or gotten a lot better at. Now, in this section of the video, we're going to talk about the board slide. If you recall previous videos about this thing, I could barely do them. There's a couple clips, I'll throw them on the screen of me doing them, but obviously it's very janky, very slow, and I've come a long way since then, and I'm going to give you guys some tips to do them. Before I give you tips, let me prove my credentials and actually do one for you guys. I think doing 3 proves the credentials, right? What do you guys think? The first tip that I actually do recommend, that a lot of people don't recommend, is I recommend starting stationary and trying to get on the bar. The reason that I think this is helpful and important to do is because it teaches you how to turn your board properly, how to get on and keep the board under you so that your weight is still perfectly perpendicular on the board, not too far forward or back. And as a bonus, you get to do a little balance practice on this. And I especially like recommending this type of trick when you have a bar that's really low. You don't have to worry about slipping off because the board just hits the ground. You don't like fall and fling around and whatever. So I recommend a small bar, staying like this, giving yourself a little speed if you want, but you don't need to. And then just getting on the bar like that. As you can see, if it tips to the side, it's really no big deal. It's really all about just getting on that bar and getting used to how it feels. The next thing I would recommend is going very slow, slowly rolling into it just like this, getting a little slide and getting used to that. Don't worry about speed. A lot of people say go faster and it's stabler. That is true, but don't worry about it when you're first learning how to do it. Just get on, try to feel a little slide. It'll also teach you how to bail, because when you go slow, there's a good chance you're gonna slip a little forward or back, and it's a great way to learn kind of how to catch yourself and not get hurt. After that, it's all putting it together, but I will say one final tip. When you're trying to go into the rail, slide, and then exit back into your regular stance, one thing that's helpful is keeping your shoulder kind of straight with the bar, just like this. If you over-rotate your shoulder onto it, which was a problem that I had like this, your body's momentum is going to continue and you're going to Landyachtz switch. Now, you may want to do this eventually, but I wouldn't recommend starting that way. I would recommend trying to keep your shoulder more parallel with the bar. Obviously turn it a little to get on, but the more parallel you keep it, the easier it is to flip it back. With that being said, I'll do a couple more and then, yeah, that's the tips that I got for the board slides. Finally.